All right, I think I am live. I see a live button up there. As soon as somebody jumps on, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you can see me and we will get started. Ah, gotcha. All right, make sure you smash that heart button. Let me know that you're here. Drop in the comments where you're watching from, especially if you're one of my people that watch me from lots of different places. It's always fun to watch you guys travel. All right, my name is Terry, and I am here to do a keto kitchen for you. So I have been keto for about 3 years. I have done it lots of different versions, lots of different ways, but I have figured out how to make it my lifestyle. I have lost a good portion of weight, and I have maintained that now for about 2.5 years. And I love helping other people get started. I love introducing keto, fasting, different ways that you can think about exercise. I don't use the exercise word. We call it movement around here. Different recipes that you can do, hacks, tips, tricks, all of that. That is what I enjoy doing. I've got tons of resources, and I love to get people connected to those resources so you can feel supported if this is something you'd like to try or something that you would like to make a lifestyle change for yourself. As you guys are jumping on, say hello, drop some hearts, give me a wave emoji. Let me know where you are watching from. I got Susan from Florida. Woo-hoo. I've got Tonio from Colorado. Ed is in my dining room. So I don't know what it is, but I just must be craving chocolate because I did a chocolate dessert last time, and we're going to do a chocolate dessert today, and I didn't even realize it until somebody asked me, and I realized I was saying chocolate 2 times in a row. So nothing wrong with that. Ed says there's nothing wrong with that. All right, this is actually going to be the peanut butter chaffle recipe that I dropped in my post today. So I asked, what kind of peanut butter do you like? Are you team crunchy or are you team smooth? So let me know down there in the comments. How do you like your peanut butter? Are you a crunchy peanut butter or are you a smooth peanut butter? I got lots of people who are both. I tend to be crunchy. Ed tends to be smooth. So we have it both in this house. So in the process of making that fun little post and just getting some fun interaction from you guys and getting to know what your likes are, I also dropped in the comments this recipe, and I got so many comments about it, I decided that I would just go ahead and make it for you, and we can check it out together. All right. So, if you are catching me live, thank you for jumping on live. Extra crunchy. All right, I'm with you, Tonio. There's a live button right here. Put live down there in the comments if you see that little red button. Otherwise, if you don't see that red live button, put replay down there in the comments because you're catching me on the replay. And I really appreciate everybody who makes it around. I know this time isn't a good time for everybody, but the fact that you stop by when it's convenient for you, I just really appreciate that. So thank you. Make sure you share this out. If you have a chocolate lover in your family and friends, if you have a peanut butter family or friend person, if you have somebody who's keto or maybe somebody who's low carb, somebody who's diabetic, somebody who's just kind of watching the calories and the carbs, this is a great little dessert to do, and it's really fun. And we're going to use a chaffle. And if you don't know what a chaffle is, put chaffle down there in the comments because I will get you some more recipes. A chaffle it can be a substitution for bread or a roll or a bun. We make Big Macs and we use a chaffle on the top and the bottom. We use a recipe that is called Wonder Bread chaffle. I've seen them made as cinnamon rolls. I've seen them made as lots of different type of breads. I've seen them made with where they kind of They don't resemble as in they don't look like, but they can taste like an everything bagel. There's so many different chaffle recipes out there. So if you don't know what a chaffle is, put chaffle down in the comments. If you want more chaffle recipes, put chaffle down there in the comments, and I'll get you connected to a whole slew of them. We have an entire album that is all just chaffle recipes. All right. Hey, Sheila, thanks for jumping on. I appreciate you. All right, let's get started. So super easy. Chaffles are always really easy. They are normally, when you're using them as like a bread substitute, they are usually mozzarella cheese and I think it's mozzarella cheese. Maybe it's cheddar. I guess you could use either. It's cheese, shredded cheese, and an egg. That is usually the base of it. That is not, there's no cheese in this. This is a dessert one. There's no cheese in this. There will be an egg. But there are also ones that don't have eggs in them. So you can find anything that kind of tickles your fancy. All right. Pizzas. Yes. Yes. Make them as a pizza. Yeah, we do that a lot. Make it as a pizza. Decorate it. It's really fun to do with the kids because the kids get their own little individual. We make them with this thing called a mini dash. So they all come out being this size. And so they're really fun to be like little individual pizzas, and the kids can all make them any way that they want. It's a lot of fun. You do not have to have a mini dash, but if you want one of these, they're really great. They're fun to do. I think they're about $10 on Amazon. So super easy. Also, you could do it on a regular waffle iron. If you had a waffle iron that maybe did the 4 sections, you could definitely do that and then just cut them, and that would give you 4 chaffles versus just one little mini one. Okay, so we're going to get started with this. This is really easy. It's going to be an egg, and when you start off with your egg, I always get it mixed up first. Hey, thanks for hitting that heart button, guys. I really appreciate you. So get that all broke up. Who is that hitting that? Thank you, thank you. All right, an egg. We're going to do a tablespoon of heavy whipping cream. And I will post this when I am done. The reason why sometimes I get it posted up into the description and sometimes it's in the comments is because it depends on how long it takes Facebook to actually get it uploaded and allow me to edit it. Also, if this gets shared out into a keto group, I have to wait for the administrators of each of those groups to allow to okay my post, my video, and allow it in there before I can get back into it to edit it to put the recipes in. So that's why sometimes you see them in the comments. All right, what am I doing? How much? Whoops, my recipe went off. 1 tablespoon of heavy cream. I'm going to do a tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa. Now, I'm just going to use Hershey's cocoa. There's a big difference between, and I guess I shouldn't even say that, cacao and cocoa. There's a big difference. Cacao is way less processed. So cocoa comes from a plant, a pod, that gets processed. Cacao, when you're looking at this kind, it usually it's processed at a very low temperature. So it allows this to keep the vitamins, the nutrients, the enzymes, everything that is in that bean, in that pod. When you do cocoa, like Swiss Miss cocoa, which is really a milk chocolate cocoa, what they do is they process that super fast, so you lose all of the nutrition value to it. And they also add some kind of dairy component. And so when they add the dairy component to make it milk chocolate, it actually blocks the absorption of all of the vitamins and the nutrients that are in the pod, in the bean. So you don't want to use milk chocolate because it's almost always going to have sweeteners in it, fillers in it, that kind of thing. You're always going to want to use a good cacao and always look at your ingredients. Remember, never trust a label. Always look at the ingredients. And like literally the ingredients, cacao is the only thing in here. Okay, so know that it is a little bit different, and make sure that you're getting something that is going to give you some nutritional value. And you can always sweeten it with sweetener, with one of the keto-friendly sweeteners. So you can still make a hot chocolate with this and sweeten it with the keto-friendly sweeteners, and it won't knock you out of ketosis, okay? So thumbs up if you got that. If I taught you something new, give me a thumbs up, drop me some hearts. If I provided any value to you, put value down there in the comments, because I always like to bring a little something and teach you guys a little something as well as give you a recipe. All right, so one tablespoon, and a tablespoon of sweetener. I would recommend you use a confectioner's sweetener for this, because you won't get the grit, because this isn't going to cook long enough or anything for you to for it to dissolve. I am plugging in my mini dash so that it can warm while we finish up here. All right, so a tablespoon of whatever kind of sweetener you are using. I would recommend powdered. This one is not powdered, but it's okay. It's going to come out okay, because this is a specific one for baking, and they make it super, super fine. You can also take a crystallized version of your sweetener, monk fruit, swerve. You could use allulose. There are so many different ones. If you need a cheat sheet for a sweetener, put sweetener down there in the comments, and I will get a cheat sheet that will list all the different types of sweeteners that you can use. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You always learn something new from me. Yay! All right, good. All right, so we got this, and then this is going to have coconut flour in it. Remember, there is a big difference between coconut flour and almond flour. They do not dissolve the same. Coconut flour is obviously quite water resilient, oily, so it does not absorb like almond flour. Almond flour is going to absorb everything. If we used almond flour in this, it would make a very dried up, hard chaffle. Okay, so we got that, a little bit of vanilla, and a little bit of baking powder, give a little bit of fluff. Okay, all this gets mixed up. Remember, as you guys are jumping on, you might make some homemade whipped cream. Oh yeah. I'm gonna give you a couple alternatives. We're gonna do peanut butter in this, but there are a couple alternatives. Like a whipped cream would definitely be a great one for on here. Of course, a homemade, or if you get one of the store-bought keto ice creams would be really good on this. Susan and I were just talking about ice creams. One of my favorite brands for a keto ice cream is Rebel is one of my favorite ones. That would be really good. We were talking about that the other day. I like butter pecan, and Ed likes chocolate chip mint. All right, here we go. So I almost always spray my chaffle, because just about everything sticks to it. You don't need a lot. I'm just using a coconut or a extra olive oil spray would be fine. Okay, the trick to this is don't overflow it. Don't overfill it. I have made many a mess. So I'm just going to use a spoon. I'm going to let it go in there. I'm going to shove it around a little bit. I'm going to kind of let it get to be where it wants to be. And then maybe one more. We'll see. You just want it to cover the bottom. All right. Okay, so like 2 of these spoonfuls looks good. Okay, this is going to go down. You're going to cook it for A minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It's going to be whenever your little machine tells you that it's done. It'll start steaming, and then usually if the light is on, it'll go off. If the light is off, it'll come on, whichever. You just want to make sure that it's pretty hot while that it is preheating. All right, next thing, you need to make this tomorrow. All right, next thing is going to be the peanut butter. So this one is pretty easy. This is gonna make probably 3 chaffles. Most of the recipes for chaffles make 2. So you usually end up like with a bun, a roll, or you end up with whatever for 2 people. This one is pretty liquidy. So this is actually, I think, gonna make 3. All right. Peanut butter one is super easy. You're gonna wanna use some kind of a keto-friendly peanut butter, all right? Pick your peanut butter, guys, which I put away. So when you do peanut butter, when you're looking for peanut butter, it should just be roasted peanuts, period. There shouldn't be anything else in it. Now, some people don't like that because it tends to split oil, but you can buy, they have these great ones that are called no stir, and you do have to stir them once. So we just buy them in a can. I bring them home, I put them in a container like this, and just get it stirred up really good one time. And this is how it comes out every time. I don't have to stir it every time, just that first time. All right, so what do I want? I want 3 tablespoons. And you can do this with crunchy or creamy. We're doing it with creamy because that's what we got. All right. And to that, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of our sweetener. Remember, these sweeteners do not spike your insulin. So this is all for whatever makes my tongue happy, makes my mouth happy. There's no nutrition in these, in the sweeteners, in the erythritols, the sugar alcohols. Their only job is to make whatever you are doing, make it sweet. And 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. Just mix that up. It's going to make it creamy so that you can spread it, especially if you are doing like a natural peanut butter. They don't tend to be very creamy on their own. Okay, my chaffle maker just went off, so here we go. All you have to do is just lift it up. It's going to pop right out. Just like that. All right, put that there. That's gonna cool, and I will make my second one. Let me finish up with this. All right, now through the beauty of television, of live, I actually made 2 chaffles ahead of time because you want your chocolate chaffles to cool. If you try to put your peanut butter on when they're warm, it's just going to melt right off. So these are cooled down. I made them about a half an hour ago. All right, here's your alternative. If you are not a peanut butter fan, and I actually had somebody tell me that they didn't like peanut butter on my post. I was amazed. I didn't think anybody didn't like peanut butter. But a couple other things. So yes, you could definitely do this with heavy whipping cream, turning it into whipped cream. And if you don't know how to do that, you just put heavy whipping cream in a bowl. You use a beater, and you beat it on high as long as it takes. It will take some time. It might take 5 or 10 minutes. So don't give up on it. But as you keep whipping it, it will turn into whipped cream. And it's so much better than any of the whipped cream that you're going to buy at the grocery store because it's nothing but heavy whipping cream. Nothing else added. No other sugars added. Nothing else. You can always start out with super cold heavy whipping cream. That will help it peak and fluff faster. The other thing that you could put on here would be a buttercream frosting. And I have one in our group, in our recipe group. So if you want a keto-friendly buttercream frosting, put buttercream down there in the comments and I will get that recipe to you. All right, this is it. All right, so you have a choice. You could put these two together and make a sandwich. You can make your sandwich. I'm gonna leave them separate, and Ed and I are each gonna have one. You wanna come taste? He's got a big smile on his face. You also have your options of how long you leave it on your on the mini dash. If you leave it on there a little bit longer, you can actually get it a little harder, a little bit crispy. Kind of depends on how you like it. You could get it so that it feels a little bit more like a cookie. This is very soft, so cheers.
Cheers.
My gosh.
Wow.
It's like a chocolate cake with peanut butter frosting.
Yeah.
Okay, now I can't talk because the peanut butter stuck to the roof of my mouth. I had this the other day too.
I don't have to talk.
All right, guys, thanks for jumping on. Hey, Judith, thanks for jumping on. I appreciate you. Smash that heart button if you want to follow me for more keto recipes, desserts. Press that screen while I am live. There'll be a screen, that little drop-down button. It'll have three buttons. Press that. It'll have a drop-down window, and you can choose to follow me. You can also then choose to be notified whenever I come on live so you don't miss me. I try to hit this time of the evening, but you know, sometimes I'm just someplace where there's something great and I have to show it and I want to tell it to you right now and I just jump on. So thank you guys for all the love. I really appreciate you. Make sure you let me know if I will get you that buttercream recipe for sure. Make sure you let me know. Did you catch me live? Or did you catch me on the replay? I'd love to know. Make sure you let me know where you're coming from. I love to see how far out these videos go. By the way, I'm coming to you live from sunny California. It wasn't sunny today, though. It was nothing but sunny. Rain, 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 rain. So I love and appreciate all of you. And what is tomorrow?
Saturday.
Oh, I will not be here for a Keto Kitchen tomorrow because we're actually going to watch my granddaughter perform in a play. So we won't be here. We'll be probably going out to dinner or doing something like that. It's going to probably be a pizza night. So it might be a Caesar salad night for me. So thanks, guys. I really appreciate you all the time. And I will see you soon. Bye.